I'm looking at her and I'm listening very carefully. And it goes, and deeper than that. I know it's deeper than that.
So I apologize.
I want to make sure.
I understand, like.
Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Meat Poppin. I just wanted to point out this video that I'm going to show you where you can see how Yale, where supposedly the most intelligent of the intelligent students are going to go, which we know that like 40 or 50 years ago, people of the same age stormed Normandy or something like that. They actually survived something horrible, those that are still with us, right? So that these privileged kids can have this interesting discussion, because I'm worried about the Halloween costume that you're going to wear because you're gonna make a specific mistake. Yale big fight over sensitivity and free speech explained. Yale University has been plugged in campus-wide debate and protest over issue of racial sensitivity and free speech so tense it's turning out into a national news story, and it all began with 2 emails about Halloween costumes. On October 28, a university committee on intercultural affairs sent campus-wide email urging students to reconsider Halloween costume that might be racially sensitive. In response of a few days later, a lecturer in early childhood development sent an email to the few hundred students in her residential college questioning whether the first email had been necessary and worrying that the university had become a place of censure and prohibition. This is when all this crappy stuff started happening. This is 2015, and this is also the reason why I think Trump won. Within a week of time, the 2 emails have led to protests, dramatic confrontation between students and faculty members, and a statement from the university president that he was deeply troubled by student concern. Halloween is also unfortunately a time when the normal thoughtfulness and sensitivity of most Yale students can sometimes be forgotten, and some poor decisions can be made, including wearing feathered headdresses, turbans, wearing a war paint, or modifying skin tone, or wearing blackface or red face. These same issues and examples of cultural appropriation or misrepresentation are acquisition services with representation of Asians and Latino. If a white kid wears like a Mexican thing or something, or as somebody wears an Asian thing, everybody's like, oh my god, it's so offensive. But when you go to other culture, they're like, I don't mind that. I'm not saying that I'm vouching for blackface. I wonder, and I'm not trying to be provocative, is there no room anymore for a child or a young person to be a little bit obnoxious, a little bit inappropriate or provocative, or yes, offensive? American universities were once a safe space not only for maturity, but also for certain regressive or even transgressive experience. Increasingly, it seems that it has become a place of censure and prohibition. This is like the new future. This is when everybody was like, what the heck is happening? This is when woke solidified as amen. Woke is good. She also passed along a message from her husband, Nicholas Christakis, a Yale professor of psychology and Silliman College Master, saying that rather than having a university to tell the students what to wear and not to wear, students should deal with it themselves. If you don't know how to deal it with yourself and always somebody is gonna help you, you're gonna assume that mentality in the future from the government also. And when the government doesn't help you, you don't know how to proceed. You don't know how to grow. So once these students go into the real world, they are stuck with anxiety, taking meds and everything, and they never grow. And I'm surprised a lot of people don't see that. And if you're like, yeah, but that's not all the cases. But usually the person I'm speaking to has freaking anxiety, always at home, taking meds, and they have issues. I'm like, but you're a good example. Yeah, but I'm an exception. I don't think so. I don't think so. Nicholas says that if you don't like a costume someone is wearing, look away or tell them you're offended. Talk to each other. Free speech and the ability to tolerate offense are the hallmarks of free and open society. You need to talk to people. I've had some weird way about Indian people, had some weird way I think of Muslim people, and something even about women, feminists, and all those stuff. But I engage them in a dialogue. The only thing is, I only do it in a one-on-one situation because I change people's minds case by case. I don't do it in a public setting. No, 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 no. Because there's always an idiot in the background screaming like, hey man, Hakuna Matata. The main line of the student was literally, I don't want to debate. I want to talk about my pain. That's the thing. But I don't want that. I don't want to talk about your pain. I don't tell you my freaking pain. So the fact that you don't want to debate and you just want me to lower my head and that's it? Nah. Even President Obama weighed in on the debate in September, criticizing college students who wanted to be coddled. Anybody who comes to speak to you and you disagree with you, you should have an argument with him, he said. But you shouldn't silence them by saying, you can't come because I'm too sensitive to hear what you have to say. So let's go to the video and let me show you how these kids react.
See, now this is the thing. So I have 500 students.
No, but that's the thing is that, wait a second. Not everyone yell. I was in your class my freshman year and attended all of your office hours. You were my sophomore year advisor. I am currently the Silliman Activities Council co-president. I live here. I eat in the dining hall for all 3 meals, and you should know my name.
No, nobody should know your name. No, not any university. If they really like you, they might. But hey, I'm bad with names too.
Yes, I should.
My name is Michaela.
Yes,
You
Michaela.
have called me other names. People have called me Geraldine. People have called me Malika. People have called me Nina.
But now I've learned Geraldine and I've learned Malika. And I've learned. Thank you. I have 500. Yes, I have 500 names to learn. I have 500 names to learn. And if you'd like to see this as a personal offense, my difficulty in learning names, you can.
I do see as a okay, but I have a point because.
But Michaela, you have to understand, it has nothing to do with your race. My difficulty in learning your name.
Well, that's how it seemed because that.
I know, but can you see?
Look, why would you even do that? Why would you even do that?
Can you play music?
Yes.
Okay, I cannot play music. So when people try to talk to me about musical things, I don't understand.
How is this relevant?
I am making an idea. I'm expressing that one of my limitations as a person, which I always had, was I wasn't very good with memorizing names, and it's got nothing to do with race, Michaela. I think this conversation in its intensity will really seal it. And I hope in my prior interactions with you, I've never treated you with any disrespect.
And you haven't. I was just about to say in this class that I
Yeah, you haven't. But by the way, you're still a racist because you didn't have you don't remember my name.
took with you, where you expressed issues about how you showed scientific studies about how racism affects the black body in its physiological form. Yes. So I'm saying these studies that you have cited, which you seem to not care about, that you and your wife seem to have kind of dismissed in the course of events of the past couple weeks. You've gone to discussions with students, but largely have not listened to us. That has been the biggest thing that I've heard. That has been my biggest reaction from this email, is that you're not listening. You're hearing us say things, and both of you have gotten incredibly defensive. You're retweeting things saying Obama thinks we're coddling the American mind, and you retweet it from the Silliman account as if that I want that information to be associated with me.
What do you mean it's not a safe space? Obama is saying that, hey, we cannot coddle you because if we coddle you, as I said before, you're not ready for the real world, and you have all these obnoxious kids going to work. A lot of people is complaining about these new people. They don't have any self-respect or responsibility for themselves because they're used to other people to save them, or they have like bunch of people bunching up. Yeah, we need a size bag. You're gonna see what's gonna happen now. It's so stupid. That lady, the one on the right, looking like that. What are you talking about? She's special.
Because I feel that in your role as master and associate master, after sending that email and after not having an appropriate response, that our opinion has been dismissed. That you guys have not said, I hear you, I hear that you are hurting, and I am sorry that I have caused you to feel pain. I have not heard that from you, and I have not heard that from your wife. And that is what I want to hear. I don't want to hear any more defensive terms because it's not fair to us.
That girl on the right side, the way she is smiling, is such a weird, evil smile. The way he's looking at her, yeah, we got you. We got you. If you bring me a plate of food, I know it's poison if you have that gangster smile.
Interesting to me that even though we had all that time together and you took the class with me, you still didn't form I'm speaking. Okay, I don't want to look away
Just
from her.
talk louder and look at
I'm
her.
doing my best, everyone. I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. Okay.
And look at her, look at her. What? You can't even do that, right? How can I talk to a lady in front of me, comfortable, and somebody all the way back like, I can't hear you. What are you talking about? I don't want to scream in the face of the lady. And you have this idiot face looking at me. "Well, you can't do anything, right?" And that's the thing that woke people do. They create a situation that you validate. I don't validate wokeness anymore. I will have my conversation. If you don't like it, okay, we will try to go through it. But the fact that I keep adapting to yours, it validates that you think, well, you're still listening to me, so at least I got some value about what I just said. I don't do that anymore. You have to speak value. You shouldn't expect my reaction explaining what you're trying to say. No, don't do that.
Okay, so I'm trying to address her directly and as a human being face to face. And I don't want to turn my back to her, and I don't want to yell at her on this car if I raise my voice so you can hear me. So please stop misjudging anything I do, okay? Just give me a little bit. I'm talking to her now, right?
Did he just say stop judging?
You have spent time with me. You've been in class with me. You had all those experiences that you described. And what's amazing to me is despite all of that, you weren't able to form an opinion of me as a human being and what my beliefs are, and to see the extent to which they're in agreement with your beliefs. That you seem to think that somehow I don't agree with the content of your beliefs. And that's not what's happening from my perspective.
The moral of Michaela's comment just now, the moral of the story is that she wants an apology, yet you respond not with an apology. That's my question. I'm just saying, are you gonna can I finish? Are you going to address the heart of her comment? That's all I want. Are you gonna give an apology? Are you gonna say that you're hearing us? Are you gonna then go to the lengths that she wants you to go to, which to me don't seem very far, but still seem, we're not making a judgment on Master Christakis is inherently like, we just want an acknowledgement of hurt, and we have yet to get that, which Michaela just said in different words. So
the fact that you asked for an apology doesn't mean that the other person, instantly has to say yes.
okay, so okay.
The person has to think about.
My question. Okay, if I'm in the courtyard playing games, right, and I'm kicking around a soccer ball, you happen to
Defense is coming in, right? She's ready to protect.
You happen to be walking in the path. I kick the soccer ball. I break your nose, right? Isn't it? You are experiencing pain right now, physical pain.
Yes.
It is I need to apologize because I have caused you pain. That doesn't matter if I feel like I need you. Okay. What is the role of an apology, right? An apology is an order when someone has been hurt, whether you inflicted that pain accidentally or on purpose, right? So like, I think that we're not debating like whether it shouldn't be a. I mean, even if you were like a stellar human being, right? You like did everything right, but then one day you fucked up. That one time fucking up is enough to apologize to the person that you hurt. We're not making a larger judgment about who you are and your character and what you believe in and what beliefs you hold. You can hold a belief and then still go back on that belief. All right, that doesn't mean that like you hold that belief. You see what I'm saying? So like, it's not, okay, perfect. So then that means you owe us an apology because you hurt us, regardless of whether you hold similar views or whether you intended to, or whether like, I didn't mean it, or like whether I'm sorry, I misspoke, I like misworded the email. That is irrelevant. What we want now is a response and a moving forward. Not, oh, I meant this, no, oh, like, I don't think you understand me. Like, okay, it doesn't matter if I understand you. The net effect is this.
It doesn't matter if you understand me.
Oh! It doesn't matter if I don't understand you, so I need to apologize like a boss? Are you freaking kidding me? Just because you feel hurt, that doesn't mean I should apologize or bow down to you. You need to provide a great reason, and I can justify if I agree with that reason. Just the fact that you feel bad, no, man.
Get me until there.
All right, okay, fine.
You have to be really until
we can
there.
just cut that out.
Okay, wait.
See, then I just...
We can just cut that out? Then why can't you people just cut out the wrong word that he used, use a more beautiful one, and instead of cuddle, trying to not let people experience their pain the way it hurts them so much. So we need to try to devalue the whole situation so they can process it better. Can he cut that moments and those words that you won't accept?
See, then I just made a mistake, and I'm sorry for saying that. It doesn't matter.
Even if she's trying to say like, hey, it doesn't matter, I don't think he was her when you said you don't understand. He was more like, I don't agree with that opinion. But she's like, well, I said you're sorry, so you should say sorry now for something that you don't understand. No, no, it doesn't work like that. Of course, she agrees with something that she made as a mistake, but for something that he kind of understand, but he wasn't hurt by it. If you have a debate, you should be able to say your opinion. Not everybody is hurt as quickly as you. That's a big difference.
So I think what I heard you said is that whether we meant it or not, and regardless of what we said, it hurt, I don't want this to come across as the wrong way, but it hurt your feelings and many people's feelings. But the feelings, you can argue with the word. I don't want to offend you by suggesting the wrong word. I know it's more than your feelings, okay? I understand. So what we said...
and that is the thing. They're not saying that you hurt my feeling. It's like they're saying you are hurting something deeper. Like something in the past, in my race or something. But nobody can understand that pain. Because if that is true, the fact that I don't have a mom, everybody that shows love to their mom in front of me is hurting my feelings.
Whether we intended it or not, and regardless of its content, hurt your feelings. And you would like me to apologize for hurting your feelings. Is that right?
It's content.
Yes, I still think that the phrase hurt feelings
Okay, tell me the phrase you want me to use, I'll use it.
I don't know, was an expression of racism.
I won't agree the statement was racist. I won't agree the statement.
An act of violence, an expression of racism. We're not going to prohibit people from doing stuff. We need to talk about this stuff, because if you're just going to prohibit, you can't. I mean, everybody does racist stuff. Everybody takes chance to be edgy or something like that. You just educate them. The fact that you don't want that to happen at all, it gives everybody the power to say, you know what? I don't like that. Ban. I don't like that. Ban.
I'm looking at her and I'm listening very carefully. And it goes, and deeper than that. I know it's deeper than that.
So I apologize.
I want to make sure.
I understand, like.
What does it mean? I know it's deeper than that. This guy is so kind. He has no idea what he's doing. What do you mean it's deeper than that? I've ate cornflakes and it was delicious, but it's deeper than that. And then everybody's like hugging you. Let me protect you. The people that need protection are the people that ran on Normandy and tried to fight the Germans to try to give you the possibility to do this. This is so stupid. So stupid. The fact that you protect people from this, nothing really affects me anymore. The only thing that affects me is my wife and my 2 kids. That's it. Don't got parents because, hey, they're dead. So guess what? Not a lot of things can affect me anymore.
What is so hard for you to say those words? What is holding you back from that? Like, I don't understand. Do you need to know what you're apologizing for? Is that what your inherent discomfort with saying these words is?
He wants to understand it so he doesn't repeat it again. If he wants to know what word exactly, what way, it has to be clear. The fact that you want to have control over the conversation and it frustrates you that you cannot make the man bow down immediately on the floor and make him cry for asking for forgiveness, he doesn't understand that. He doesn't understand where that pain is coming from. He only knows it's deeper. What the heck is deeper? The ocean?
Is it that you're losing face? Is it that you're losing ground? Is it that like your authority is lessened? So then I don't understand why we're still standing here and having this one-on-one conversation right now. So then what's the problem? Let me know the problem.
First of all, I would like to apologize for hurting your feelings. Genuinely.
Okay.
And you allowed me to use that expression without...
Amen. Hallelujah. Kumbaya, my Lord.
...being seen as trivializing your experience.
Okay.
Okay? So I mean that. And I also, having apologized for hurting your feelings, in addition, I will acknowledge that that comes from a very deep and legitimate source of complaint. I understand it. Okay? I understand, to the extent that I can, some of the struggles that many of you have had.
Do you know? No, you don't.
How do you know what he has experienced? Maybe he came from a Polish community back in the day where the Germans started beating all the kids with rifles because they didn't want to use the bullets because it's a waste of bullet. Maybe his grandpa has experienced horrible stuff back then and you have no freaking idea. Just because you're black, that doesn't mean officially you have experienced more pain than everybody else. I can agree you have experienced more judgment.
Okay, let him
To the extent that I can, so you can, to the extent that I can.
What do you mean it's a lie? What do you mean it's a lie? These are university people that are supposed to be the most intelligent people in the world. Well, not in the world, but yeah, they have supposedly a great future ahead, right? I don't think so.
If I cannot, then I'll tell you.
Let us define our
If
own
I cannot,
experiences. Let us tell you if you're being racist.
okay, no. Hold
Actually,
on one
that
second.
is actually how it works.
One
okay?
second.
No. No. That's how it works? No. Oh, no. No. I forgot about this video, but the fact that I'm watching this entirely, it's just shocking. It's just shocking. I'm sorry this video is so long, but just it's so stupid and shocking.
I believe even though I have a different life experience than you, even though I have a different skin color and gender than you, I believe there are parts of your experience that I can understand as a human being.
That's not what this is about.
Hold on, one idea at a time. One idea at a time. If you want to just look for reasons to either to think ill of me, you are free to do so. But if you'd like to, I understand you think ill of me. But if you want to hear what I have to say, and you want to actually, act in a way that is like people who are interested in a conversation, then let me at least address as a human being one thing at a time. Don't act like a mob that's trying to get me to say different things. Like I was just saying, I have a vision of ourselves that unites our common humanity. Okay? So I believe even though I'm not like you in the sense of my superficial appearance, that I can sit down and talk to you and understand your predicament. That I can listen to you. If that's not true, if you deny that, then what is the reason that you ask to be heard by me or anyone else?
Because we're dying.
Professor, you sound right now. Look at me.
Yes.
Look at me.
Yes.
Do you understand? You and I are not the same person. We're humans. Great. Glad we understand that. But your experiences will never connect to mine. Empathy is not necessary for you to understand that you're wrong. Okay? Even if you don't feel what I feel ever, even if nobody's ever been racist to you, because they can't be racist to you, that doesn't mean that you can just act like you're not being racist.
If you were to sit down with each of us, everyone here and many more students to discuss our experiences so that you could better understand them, you would find that the message that you sent proclaiming that cultural appropriation on Halloween is totally permissible is hurtful.
So the fact that they didn't even say it's blackface, which I do agree with them, I don't want to see that at all. But the fact that it's cultural appropriation, so if I dress like an Asian person, everybody's gonna be like, no, this culture, kiss my freaking ass. Certain people are happy when you can dress as a culture if you respect them. They enjoy it. This is so stupid. The people in the country itself that I'm trying to dress as them look at it and be like, damn, you look beautiful in our clothes. Why is that bad? The only reason that it feels bad is because these kids are like, well, you're using the clothes that maybe I can even buy because I don't have enough money or whatever reason. And that kind of hurts my feelings.
So now the other guys are taking over. I want to come back to you.
You don't need to maintain the power in this situation.
Right.
Okay,
I still haven't heard an apology.
Really quickly, like super quickly.
I'm a sociology major. I'm probably going to take a class with you
I look
someday.
forward to it.
I was very close and I was shaking your hand, but I need you to understand.
All right.
The situation right now does not require you to smile.
All
Okay?
right. Well, but listen,
None of the, look, everybody behind you is freaking smiling. So you're telling me a guy that is in a discomfort situation cannot even smile. But everybody there that feel not oppressed by the amount of people with them, where they're making jokes and everything, they're smiling. And imagine if he said, you can't smile. What? White men telling me not to smile with my people? Come on, man.
Some students need to hear from you that you're sorry. That
I am sorry that I hurt your feelings. And again, using the word hurt your feelings without trivializing it, okay? So unless someone gives me a different word so that...
Why do you care so much?
I'm apologizing again. She says to me...
I don't want to use the word pain.
No, pain. I'm sorry I caused you pain. Yes, I'm willing to say that too. Yes, thank you.
What you did was create space for violence to happen.
That I disagree with. That I
doesn't matter whether you agree or not.
I disagree. I disagree.
It's not a debate. It's
That I
not
disagree with.
a
I'm sorry.
debate, Christoph.
Yancy, I agree.
This is my home, and you came in here. You adapt to me. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You take care of me, and you haven't been doing that, and I've kept quiet. I'm your head aide, and you don't even know who I am. You never tried to know who I am. Your wife and you came in here. You adapt to me. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You take care of me, and you haven't been doing that, and I've kept quiet. I'm your head aide, and you don't even know who I am. You never tried to know who I am. Your wife came in here this morning. She's never invited me anywhere, and she invited me today because she knew that she was in trouble. You need to understand your community, and you cannot come in here and change things. This has been our home. Do you understand that?
I apologize for my difficulty with learning 500 names. It's got nothing to do with ethnicity. First point. Second.
I never said that.
Okay, second. You.
The concept of gaslighting, because that is what you're doing.
You strip people of their humanity. It is not the same as not playing an instrument.
No, I'm making an analogy.
It's wrong.
It's the analogy between.
It's wrong. You expect us to stand here and listen to your experience of becoming a master, and you can't even listen to anyone telling you that you have caused them pain. You expect us to listen
How am I not listening to you?
Are you just interrupting? Lisa left because she was bawling because you couldn't say sorry, and Madi is standing here in front of you. Do you even
I've
know
apologized
who she
for
is?
causing pain. I was looking for the right words.
You have created space for violence.
I disagree with that. I disagree with that.
You don't get a choice here.
I disagree that I've fostered violence. I disagree with that statement.
Can I just really quickly?
Yes. What is your
You
name?
don't need to bend down.
I'm not bending. What's your name?
I don't want to. I do not want to shake your
Okay.
hand. I do not want. I do not respect you.
I don't hear that.
I'm looking at the smirk in your face, and I'm disgusted.
Okay.
I am sick. And I'm sick watching them argue with you after we've been standing outside literally for at least 5 to 6 hours. Between you and Holloway, between last night to now, we've been arguing with people who are not willing to be listened to for a long time. And all I see from you is arrogance and ego. I am sick looking at you. I am disgusted watching Lex argue with you. You were not listening. You were disgusting. I was not angry before, but now I am actually angry, sir. I really do not interrupt me. I was not angry, and now I want your job to be taken from you. I don't want you to have this job. I am disgusted knowing that you work at Yale University, where I will get my degree, where I will look back and think I have to argue with you.
All right.
Don't.
No, it's my turn now.
Sir,
It's my
sir,
turn now.
don't do it. Don't do it, sir. Do not do it. This is not the day. You do not want to play this game with me. Do you understand what I'm saying? You don't want to play this game with me. Okay? Understand that. Look me in my face, first of all, and understand that you are such a disappointment to this university, to your students, to yourself, to the things that you claim to agree with. You want free dialogue? You want free speech? This is how it works. Someone speaks, you listen. You do not cut them off. You do not do these condescending gestures. You do not smirk. You look them in the face and you wait. You wait until it is your turn.
So I'm gonna stop. And I think you get the gist of the whole situation. That's when I believe he kind of bowed down, make them right, and it just ended up in a very bad situation. For example, I don't hate woke people. I can see where they're coming from, but I do consider them like kind of like the cancer of society right now. Because if you're woke, you're consistent and confirm exactly what you want. But usually the thing that you're asked is so extra that it doesn't make any sense. And the fact that I'm trying to understand your extra because it's all about your feelings, you believe you're right. I'm like, no, just because I'm humble enough to try to understand something that I still don't understand, but I give the empathy as if I understand the situation, you think you're right and you're gonna ask more. You can ask anybody, less woke or very woke or whatever. The idea is woke gives people the feeling that I give you the finger, right? That you can use my finger, but you take my body, my family, my money, my country, and everything. And whatever I try to take back, that's racism. I'm like, dude, what's wrong with you? I think this woke situation just has to stop. It really has to stop. Because I have a feeling it's destroying people. We can't have a critical conversation with people because you're always hurt. Gangster solutions to solve them, you need to hurt people. You need to talk about sensitive topics. If you don't want to talk about sensitive topics and you want to forget everything and give everybody the permission to be right because their feelings are hurt, dude, I'm like, what's wrong with you? Anyway, let me know what you guys think. I would like to know your guys' thoughts. I fixed my Discord because I think my Discord link was wrong. So click on it, send me videos if you find them interesting. Remember to like, share the videos, and hope to see you guys next time. Peace.
Don't get me wrong, ma cosa kita bong. Put a fire na mi blonde, kush, hash, purple, skunk, criollo, colombici, jam, jam, turloqueta, verdeta, welcome.